Good Friday morning, everyone. I am Vicki Edmondson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today I want to use the Awash and Beauty 12x12 DSP. It's in the 22-23 annual catalog. And I've made some videos with some cards before, but today I want to use this again. This paper is very pretty with all these coordinating colors that go along with it. And I also think Blackberry Bliss and Daffodil Delight excuse me, go along with it as well. So today I'm going to use this DSP that has the green on the back, but I'm not going to use the green side. I'm going to use this side. And the card I'm making, this swatch does not really represent the actual image that I'm going to put on the card, and I'll show you why in just a few minutes. Okay, so what you'll need today is a piece of basic white thick that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You'll need a piece of just regular basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. You will need a piece of Balmy Blue that is 2.5 by 2.5. I'm using this piece of DSP that is 4 by 1.5. And this one is the back side of this. So I'm using this one and this one today. Okay. You will also need scraps of Balmy Blue, polished pink. You need a couple of scraps of the Balmy Blue and a couple of scraps of basic white. And I'll show you why in just a few minutes. We're going to use the Balmy Blue ink. We'll use Stampin' Dimensionals. We'll use the Iridescent Pearl Basic Jewels. Going to use the Jet Black Stays On ink as well. And from the Stylish Shape dies, we're going to use this for the sentiment layer, and then this for the DSP, the other part of the DSP we're going to use. And we're going to use this butterfly die. That's why you need another small scrap of the Balmy Blue. We're going to cut that out with our die cut machine. And that butterfly comes from the Brilliant Wing dies. And the butterfly stamp that I'm going to use comes from the Butterfly Brilliance. And I'm just going to use this stamp here. And I cut mine apart. I cut that little butterfly off. This is one big stamp here. I haven't even put my labels on them, but I did cut that one butterfly apart. And then for the sentiment, I'm going to use the Go-To Greetings, and I'm using the Small Happy Birthday. I made this card for a team swap that's coming up, and I made 21 cards. I'll show you the one that I did. It's exactly like the one I'm doing today, only had a different sentiment on that one. I need a happy birthday card, so this is going to be a happy birthday card. Okay, we're also going to use the bow punch, and we'll be using this little one right here. It has two, but we're only going to use this one. So I'll go ahead and punch these. Just put it here. I want a polished pink one. I want a Balmy Blue one. And I want a basic white one. Okay? So how simple is that, right? All right. And then I'll show you how I cut this out. This is the DSP that had the green on the back, and then all these flowers here. And of course, all the images are not exactly the same. I think you get 3 or 4 sheets of each. Might be 2, but I'll show you how I did it. I took this die that we need. And I would place it right over the image that I want to die cut. I took scissors and cut around it. Then I took this to my cut and emboss machine and cut this out. And then this is what you have. And again, all the images are a little bit different with the different flowers that are on there. But I wanted a good amount of flower and with that some of that balmy blue showing. So we're going to take our card base and lay that aside for a moment. We're going to take that 5 by 4, 5 1/4 by 4 inch layer, and I'm going to go ahead and just lay this out. I'll show you. Leave a little bit of space down there, and then I'm going to adhere this to this and lay this here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one first using our multi-purpose glue, which is great to use, and a little of that goes a long way. So I'm going to adhere that right about there. And make sure your flowers or leaves are going right side up, or whatever image, if you make one of these, whatever image you use, it's right side up. Okay? And then I'm going to adhere this to this balmy blue layer. Just like so. And again, you do have some wiggle room if you need to straighten that out. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on next. These cards are so easy. Like I said, I made 21 of them for a card swap that's coming up next week, a team card swap. And they're so easy to make. All right, and then like I said, I needed a happy birthday. So I took this die and the scrap that I had here, and you're going to die cut this with your cut and emboss machine. And then I used the stamp and stamped happy birthday. And what I want to do next is we're going to adhere these little flowers. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. And I want it to come out like that. Oops. Got to hold it for a minute so it can adhere well. Okay. And then you get it all over your fingers, and it's quite sticky. Okay. And then I want to do the blue one. And I'm putting the glue on the front side here. And I'm going to adhere that about like that. And then the white one, going to go right there. And it's going to go just about like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and adhere it right to the front. Just like so. Okay. And the little butterfly that we're going to cut, that I cut out, die cut with the machine, it will come out like this. So I'm going to bend the wings up a little bit, and I'm just going to put some adhesive right here, just a little bit on the antennae, and I'm going to place it right here and hold it. Okay, and then, of course, if you mail this, or put it in, once you put it in the envelope, the little wings are going to lay down flat, but maybe the recipient will know to touch them up a little bit like that. Just pull them up. Now we're going to take the iridescent pearls, and using the putty end of my Take Your Pick tool, I'm going to use one of the bigger of these two and put right in the center of this petal pink flower here. Okay. And next, before we adhere this to the front, I'm going to go ahead and stamp a butterfly on the inside. I'm going to use the Balmy Blue. And this is the butterfly that I had cut off. I'm going to ink that up in our ink and stamp that just like that. Okay. And I'm going to take my chamois and clean this. This Simply chamois is great for cleaning your stamps. Okay, and that should be dry. And then this is all done. Now I just want to take my dimensionals and use the other end of my Take Your Pick tool. And of course, if you guys watch my videos, you know that most of the time I cut my dimensionals in half, make them go further. So that's what I'm doing here, putting half of ones on. Okay, and then use the Take Your Pick tool and take the backings off of these 6. Okay, and then we just mount this on the front. And the reason I'm popping this up is because it's white on white here, you see. Okay, there's our card for today. Quick, easy, simple, made within what, about 12-13 minutes. The card's ready. So like I said, it's very easy to do this. This is the one I did for my swaps. This one has just a note on it. The exact same layout. You'll notice that the DSP flower square is a little bit different because, like I said, they're different on the DSP itself. But just a note, and happy birthday. And I did stamp this with stays on because I want it to be a little bit bolder than just the black memento. So I hope you guys will try this. This is my host code for July. If you would like to order anything, I'll have the dimensions and the sizes and everything and all the products that I use below the video. Just click on the See More and they'll be listed. And there is a host code if your order is under $150. I'd appreciate it if you use that host code when placing an order. And if it's over $150, do not use that host code because you'll get stamping rewards from Stampin' Up! And we'll be able to get some free product. But if it's under $150, I'd appreciate you using that. That way I can get gifts and give away at my online classes. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will post a link below for my adhesive kits. If you guys have been watching some of my videos, you'll see that I have an adhesive kit here for sale also. They come in these cute little pouches. Just pick them up, grab them, and go to a class or whatever. Go to a friend's house to stamp. It has a silicone mat, a tear and tape adhesive, your Stampin' Dimensionals, your multi-purpose glue, mini glue dots, and Stampin' Seal. And also in the pouch that are 2 items that are not Stampin' Up! Products, 6-inch ruler and an adhesive eraser. So if you guys would like that, it's $49 through PayPal. Just click on the link below and you'll be able to place your order for that. Again, I so appreciate everyone watching today, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you.